Hi everyone, it's Beth, and today I'd like to talk to you about Fishbank. But first, let me remind you, I am not a financial advisor, so everything I say here is only my opinion. So please take the time, do your own due diligence, and then make decisions that you are comfortable with. Okay, so today I'm talking about Fishbank. Fishbank is a game that is on the blockchain, and you will be buying and then growing, and then you can trade your assets, which are digital fish, on the blockchain. So it's a pretty simple game. The idea here is very similar to Cryptokitties, which you may remember came out in December and just completely overwhelmed the entire Ethereum network. So, and it was so popular that here is a New York Times article about Cryptokitties. Here's another article over in The Verge about a man who made more money investing in Cryptokitties, trading Cryptokitties, than investing in his IRA. So this was wildly popular, and kitties were going for it in the six figures. It was just craziness. So I missed out on Cryptokitties. I actually tried to buy a Cryptokitty, but the Ethereum network was so busy at that time that my transaction never went through, which ultimately I'm fine with. So, but this is Cryptokitties. This is the marketplace. You can see, I mean, the kitties there's still a lot of kitties here. There's 114,000 kitties. Certainly the mania over Cryptokitties has slowed down a bit, but there are still people trading kitties and growing kitties, and this is still, the idea here is that you get to own this asset. So, it's on the blockchain. You hold these kitties. They are yours so that you can trade them and, actually make a profit off of this asset rather than playing some other game where it's just, just digits, just some digital stuff that you play, and then it's really just owned by whomever the game developer is. And if they decide to shut down the game, then that's it. So here, if you want to sell some Cryptokitties and try to make a profit, you can totally do that. So Fishbank is kind of doing the same thing, only instead of kitties, these are fish. And they are going to let you, so you buy your fish from the market, or you'll be able to get fish randomized out of the aquarium. But then once you have those fish, you fight other fish, and if you win, you get a portion of that fish's weight. And as your fish grows, they become more valuable. So there's a couple other specifications. Only weight changes the attack power. So there's power and agility. Those will never change, but the weight of your fish changes depending on how you do in battle. So it's a pretty interesting concept. It's a pretty fun game. They do have an alpha already out, which I have been playing, and it's pretty fun. So I definitely thought I'd talk about this today. Now, one thing about Fishbank and Cryptokitties, and I'm guessing, I'm not sure about not the Neo one, because that doesn't run on MetaMask. All right. Anyway, MetaMask is what you use to play this game. Now, I posted a video yesterday. I definitely recommend that you watch it. It is about keeping yourself safe while you're using MetaMask. But the moral of that story is when MetaMask is open, it is broadcasting that you are using MetaMask to every open tab that you have. So if you're not actively using MetaMask, go into your browser settings and disable that extension. That's going to keep everyone that if you go to some random not crypto site, but you have MetaMask enabled in your browser, even if you're not logged into it, it is going to show everyone that you are a MetaMask user. So if you don't want people to know that you are a crypto holder, then just go in and disable that from your settings. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so here we go. So you have to forgive me. I've had a cold for a long time. Fishbank. Back to Fishbank. That was my MetaMask warning. So just if you're gonna play this, keep yourself safe. All right. So once you decide to play Fishbank, you can come over here, you can pre-order and get a 10% discount on the fish that are available for pre-order. And those will show up in your fish. If you press get fish, it's going to take you to pre-order and you'll be able to see what your fish are. If you decide to play the alpha, that's actually a whole different set of fish that are available for the alpha. You get those by getting some. So the alpha is played on the Rinkeby testnet for the Ethereum testnet, and you can actually get some free ETH from the Rinkeby testnet faucet, and you can use that ETH to get some fish to play this alpha and see if it's something that you're interested in before you spend your real ETH on any fish. So I would recommend doing that, and it's pretty fun. So let me come over here and I'll show you real quick. These are the fish that I have gotten from the aquarium. So I have a whole bunch here, and it's really easy to get. So all you do is you press aquarium here. Again, I went and I got some ETH from the testnet. So when I press catch here, it's going to bring up MetaMask. You can see that I am on the Rinkeby testnet, and I have ETH here. So I am going to go ahead and press submit. Again, this is not real ETH. This is just ETH that they gave me from the testnet faucet. If I switch over to the main net for this account rather than the testnet, this ETH won't show up. So this is just, basically, this is ETH that's used by developers to test out the system, but they're also, you can use it here for the alpha version to play this game. So so the transaction was sent to the blockchain. Once this is done, the new fish that I get from this will show up in my assets page. It is a basic price of 0.03 ETH to catch a fish out of the aquarium, and then you have different ratios of likelihood of what type of fish you're going to get. So let's come over here. Let's attack some fish. This is how the game works. So you can see that it brings up the list of most suitable fish to compete with. And all these fish are currently in cooldown mode, which means you can't choose them. So you've got to kind of scroll through, find one that is, oh boy. See, now this one, these fish they're big. This one's 76 ounces already, which for my little fish is big. It's level 2. It's more power and more agility than I think most of my fish have. So let's see if I can find something that might possibly... Boy, that's a big fish. So let's see on my next page if I have anything bigger. I think any of these fish are about to get schooled by this bigger fish, but let's see here. We'll do... How about this 42-ounce fish? Give it a try and see if I win this fight or not. So this is how you do it. You come through, you find a fish. This fish is really probably going to kick my little fish's butt, but this is how the game works. So you find a fish, you challenge that fish. If you win the attack, then you get some weight off of this other fish, and it adds to your fish, and your fish gets bigger and gets more going on with that fish. So it's just a fun game. What I really like about it is the use of these little games on the blockchain gives kind of some feedback as to how the network is really working without being such high stakes as, running some like big financial operation on Ethereum. And, maybe it doesn't work out so well like the DAO hack, but, there's pretty low stakes here with Fishbank or with Cryptokitties. So I think that this is a good idea for people who, are just kind of exploring what's going on with crypto. It's a pretty low bar of understanding to participate in this. So I really like that. All right. So that is, we're waiting to see if I win. No, I lost. So you can see I lost my fight. So I lost 5 ounces off of this fish. Now it's down to 37 ounces. And this one is 5 ounces off of my fish. So now it's up to 81 ounces. So that's how the game works. It's pretty basic, but it's kind of fun. So here's the activity that I've had. You can see I lost a whole bunch of stuff. I did win this one fight here. I won a fight here, but okay, so let's look at it. Over here in the white paper, it does specify how it all works out. So basically, the idea here is they see it that people lead into technology by playing games on it. So just like Pac-Man or Prince of Persia for the PC, text-based entertainment for old cell phones, or Angry Birds on the iOS, it's games that really help people lean into new technology. So they believe that this is a great way for people to lean into crypto. So I agree with that. And it's pretty fun. All right. So here is the game concept here. So it's a peer-to-peer player versus player game, and you try to get more for your fish. The more you fight, the more weight you get, the bigger and more valuable your fish should become. So every fish has weight, which is the size of the fish, has power, which is the damage on attack, it has defense, which is agility, which is the defense on attack, and speed, which is the cooldown time in between attacks. So weight is going to be the only characteristic that changes. That is, whether or not you win or lose your fights. And then power, agility, and speed are constant for all of your fish. Every fish is an ERC 721 crypto token, which is a digital asset which will be 100% owned by the player. It cannot be destroyed, taken away, or replaced against the player's will. Then there's different levels of rarity. So there's common, and there's also rare, epic, or legendary. So rare, epic, and legendary are collectively known as uncommon fish. And it's determined by the sum of initial fish characteristics, power plus agility plus speed. So like I said, you can acquire fish by buying one from the marketplace, or by catching a random one from the aquarium, or you can receive one as a gift. Alpha fish tokens, which are available to play only in the alpha release of the game, may be acquired during the alpha bounty stage by inviting other people to play and join the alpha. So if you choose to get them from the aquarium, like I said, you had just a different likelihood. So you have a 1 in 5 chance of getting a rare fish. You have a 1 in 50 chance of getting an epic fish, or a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting a legendary fish. And those are values that are set for the alpha version, but they may make changes when the stable release comes out. So all the fish that players put on sale are in the market, and you can just go and choose a specific fish. If you want to buy yourself a heavy-duty fish that's likely to be able to take on some of these fish, then you do it from the marketplace. I got mine from the aquarium because it's kind of fun and easy, and I liked the randomness of it. But they're also going to have modifiers, which are an ability to temporarily increase the initial values of the cryptofish token, or apply a special ability for a limited period of time with modifiers. Modifiers are an independent ERC 721 token that may be found in chests, traded, or gifted to other players. A modifier is burned while it's used, and every modifier can be used only once. So they're going to have modifiers for power booster, agility boost, shelter map, which will let you hide your fish and give them, some protection for a set period of time. And there's also instant attack modifier, which allows performing a single attack without waiting while the cooldown period ends. So the power and agility boosters have different sizes that describe the power. There's a big boost, a mid boost, a small boost. The shelter map has a big shelter, a mid shelter, or a small shelter. So after you use a shelter map modifier, the players can perform an attack at any given time after exiting the shelter. In order to return fish to shelter, the player will need another shelter map. So chests are the initial container for modifiers. Small chests contain 1 modifier. Mid and large chests may have 2 to 5 modifiers inside. Every chest is an independent ERC 721 token, and that can be gifted or opened. It's impossible to know what's inside a chest before opening it. After the chest is opened, all contained modifiers are transferred to the player's account, and the chest is burned. One chest can be opened only once. So, all right, core functions are attack, the aquarium, where you can receive random crypto fish tokens. You can sell or buy the fish in the market, open the chest, use a modifier, sell or buy a modifier in the market, or gift a fish modifier or chest. So then here is how there's a formula that determines who's going to win a fight. So the victim's result is equal to the victim's agility minus the attacker's power or weight. And then the attacker's result is the attacker's agility minus the victim's power or weight. So that's the formula for who's going to win a fight. So if you want to sit down and calculate that out ahead of time, you'll know who wins. So if R1 is greater than R2, then the victim wins, and if R1 is greater than that can't be right. So an element of luck may be involved in this process by multiplying R1 and R2 to different random numbers so that no one can predict the final result of a fight before it really happens. So how you can monetize this, there's going to be a small commission, which is 4.5% on every fish sale on the market, as well as revenue collected from the aquarium and chest sales and fees for running some specific functions of smart contracts. There's the pre-order stage, which is happening now. So to gain proof of concept and incentivize the game, Fishbank team plans to conduct a preparation stage. Like I said, that's going on now. So there's also a leaderboard for who is, you want to be on the leaderboard. That's the name of the game here. So the advantage is Fishbank is a blockchain game for growing, fighting, and trading unique digital fishes with the community-driven economy and immutable assets stored in the distributed ledger. So obviously, what you're really looking for here is that you own your game assets, so you can trade them or sell them or give them away, whatever it is you want to do. All right. So like I said, in order to do this, you're going to have to use MetaMask, and it does run on Ether, and this talks about MetaMask a bit. So there's also an alpha bounty. So if you use a referral link and people sign up and then confirm their accounts, for every 3 accepted invitations, you get a common fish. For every 15, a rare alpha fish. For every 100, you're going to get an epic fish, or 1,000 accepted invitations will get you a legendary fish. Epic and legendary fish acquired during the alpha bounty stage are transferred to the Fishbank stable release. The top 1,000 common and rare alpha fish tokens with a maximum weight achieved during the alpha will be transferred to the stable release as well. All fish tokens transferred to the stable will have an initial weight to maintain game balance. So most of the fish that you get during the alpha, you aren't going to keep when it moves over to the stable release. But if you get some free ETH from the testnet and then work really hard at growing your fish, you may be able to get yourself a really competitive fish that transfers over to the actual stable game and that you got for free. So that is, I think, a nice incentive because you can use testnet ETH to get these fish. All right, so stage 2 is the pre-order. So these are the prices with what the fish are going for if you decide to buy some fish from the marketplace. And if your fish token is ordered, well, or after this. So, all right, so the alpha launch, that's already out there. And then this says, please be informed that fish bought on the alpha market or received as a gift in the alpha may not be transferred to the stable. Not all functionality described in the document may be represented in the alpha. The stable launch. So after the final version of the smart contracts are deployed on the main net, then the balance becomes immutable and no one can change the code later or do any changes. So that makes Fishbank gameplay fully autonomous and independent. The only way to get fish is catching it, a random one, from the aquarium or buying from other players. So That's pretty much what's going on here. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun. So, there's a whole bunch of big whales out there already, and a bunch of level 6 fish that are big fish compared to my little guppies. So, but here's what's available in the market. Again, this market is just for the alpha game. It's a different market than if you want to buy a pre-order fish for the stable version. So, but if you want to use some testnet ETH and come over and buy some of these fish from the market, there are pages and pages of fish available. So it's a pretty fun little game. I think it's very similar to Cryptokitties. So I will say that my only critique here is that you can't breed the fish. It's just, so there's no way to get extra fish other than buying more fish. So I would like to see that you can breed fish and actually expand your little fish empire in your own aquarium without having to invest a whole bunch of ETH. But really, I think the game is kind of fun, and the idea here is that games are an easy way to get people into crypto. So I like that about it. All right, that's it for today, everyone. If you liked the video, then please do leave a like. If you'd like to see more from me, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comments section. I want to thank you so very much for your time today. I will see you next time.